We are live. We are live. 555. 555. Got some incense. We do Ganesha. This is love. I'm gonna do this for balance. Get this one started. Spirits, you are welcome. Come in to our God's known and unknown. To all ancestors known and unknown. May you protect me in dark message. May this message reach the person that it needs to reach. Alright. What's going on? I've been gone for a couple of days because I've been busy as fuck. But it doesn't mean I'm inconsistent. Inconsistency means I don't come back at all. So, I am back. And this time, it's a little bit organized and a little bit more structured. I got everything that I need to teach y'all today. We're just gonna wait. Let people come on in and shit. I'm gonna turn this fan on so y'all can hear me. Ooh, it's been getting hot in Houston, man. It's been getting hot. See, Houston has be getting so damn hot, like it don't warn you. And it's like wet heat. Houston heat is so goddamn like wet, it's ridiculous. It make you not want to be outside sometimes. It makes you want to just stay in the house and not do shit. I know I ain't the only motherfucker living in Houston and be like, bruh, look, I love outside, don't get me wrong, but like in Houston, you gotta come out at a certain time of the day. You cannot come out broad daylight. Nah, bro, you gotta like wait till the sun go down or your ass gonna be cooked. For real, your ass gonna be cooked. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be cooked. I'm about to take me a shot. Take me a shot. Oh, liquor. I need to put that on here. Liquor. I'm gonna put this note tip. Liquu. Liquor helps. Alright, there we go. Cool. We got 9 people here. I'm so sorry I looked at that. I'm kind of blind, so I'm trying to see how many people I want. Have just a little bit of people here before I start. I got a message, so don't worry, I ain't gonna make it boring today. It's gonna be real good. Ashe. Baphomet. Ashe. Abraxas. Ashe. Apollo. Ashe. Medusa. Ashe. Baphomet. Ashe. All right. That's good. So, the topic of the day. First, I'm going to start off with reading you something. The topic of the day is the frequency that you give to people is that the frequency that you give to people is what gets you where you are. No. It's the frequency that you give to people that gets you what you're aligned for. There you go. It's the frequency you give to people that gets you what you are aligned for. Because frequency and manifestation is about aligning yourself up with the right frequency to bring down the physical manifestation of your mind and what you have. So, to give you a book understanding of that, I shall read. Mind's thinking into the universal subconscious mind, creating a physical reality with each thought that is sped with complete belief. This universal mind is reactive, creative, and it can create for your neighbor what you think into it for him. Now consider that very careful. The universal subconscious mind tends to create for your neighbor what you think into it for him. And it tends to create for you what your neighbor thinks onto it for you. It is why it is it any wonder that the second most important commandment of Jesus was love thy neighbor as thyself. For even as your neighbor regards you, so shall it tend to be done to you. Now, of course, you may be thinking of success and your neighbor may be thinking of failure for you. And you may be successful, but only because the subconscious mind always acts. It always acts, and it always acts on that thought behind which there is the most belief. Perhaps you haven't fully absorbed the idea of there being only one mind, one universal subconscious mind, which we all use. May we point out to you the existence of thought transference, a phenomenon which can't be explained on any other premise than our own existing in the same ether or intelligence of mind. Ether or intelligence of mind. May we point out to you the existence of mental healing done without any overt contact with the person being healed. May we point out to you intuition or insight which enables a person to have the answer to a problem even though he has never figured it out. Even the infamous voodoo rites are not altogether superstition. Certainly, the sticking of pins into a rag doll could never make a person sick, but the faith that accompanies such a pin sticking may cause a limb to wither, a fever to rise, a cure to affect itself, or a mountain to move. Now, thought into the great creative universal subconscious mind plus faith can equal only one thing, and that is physical reality. It matters not whether the thought is good or evil. If the faith is there, it will manifest, for that is the law. Thought plus faith creates reality. Now, there's this saying that I started to, and this is when I was studying crypto. I used to watch this dude named Coach JV, and he starts off with his videos with this saying. Give me a second, I need to burp. There we go. What you believe in your heart and think in your mind will eventually become your words and become your reality. If you can see it in your mind, then eventually you can hold it right here in your hands. What you repeatedly do gets ingrained in your subconscious mind. What gets ingrained in your subconscious mind becomes an unconscious activity. What that is saying is only the first law that we have in the Kabbalion, right? And the first law that we have that the Kabbalion states is that the mind is all and the universe is mental. I don't have to remember it, I know. And that is called the principle of mentalism. The all is mind, the universe is mental. So I'm bringing you two pieces of literature, two different authors, but we're all going to align ourselves up with the information so that we can see the truth. This principle embodies that the all is mind. It explains that the all, which the substantial reality underlying all the outward manifestations and appearances which we know under the terms of the material universe, the phenomena of life, matter, energy, and in short, all that is apparent to our material senses is spirit, which in itself is unknowable and undefinable, but which may be considered and thought of as a universal, infinite, living mind. It also explains that all the phenomenal world or universe is simply A mental creation of the all. A mental creation. So before we can even create physically, before we can create anything physical, we must see it in our mind. How fucking simple is that? That's crazy. That's magic. We can see and do anything in our mind, which we can see and do anything here in this physical universe, because that's how it works. And that's how it has always been working. It has always been working like that. What really cuts us off from not enjoying the positive things we see in our mind is trauma, repetition, and symbols that we see that activate the old you. Trauma, repetition, and symbols are the activation of the old you. You have to understand and really be honest with yourself and say, what am I repeatedly doing that is not bringing a positive outcome to my life? Damn, that's so damn simple. You have to be honest. Parents have to be honest. Kids have to be honest. Elders have to be honest. The church members have to be honest. The pastor has to be honest. The mom has to be honest. The dad has to be honest. Everyone in this world has to be honest with themselves. And we have to not create illusions for ourselves to ignore the truth, but to look at the truth and to understand it so we can move past it. Your brain, in which your thoughts and your mental creation happens, your brain is a tool, and it is broken up into different parts which emit certain chemical elixirs inside your body for you to be able to produce and be and operate in this world. For you to be able to sleep at night, you have something in your brain called a pineal gland that secretes melatonin in order for you to go to sleep. And it only secretes melatonin when it is dark. The melatonin levels rise in you as evening comes and as night comes. And as morning comes, the levels go back down, which causes you to wake up. All right? You got that, right? I know you got that. Okay. All right. So you understand that your mind is all you need. You don't need money. You don't need your mama. You don't need your daddy. You don't need anything. You don't need Jesus. You don't need anything outside of you but you. You just need you and that thing you have right here, your brain. That's it. Don't put your belief into something you have not studied. Study means exactly what the fuck I'm doing now. I am studying with you live. Your brain creates waves that attracts realities, situations, problems, and solutions. Everything. Your brain is what creates everything that you need. Your brain is what creates everything that you see. Your brain is what creates everything that you feel. Your five senses are connected to the sensory brain functions that you have. And that when certain situations happen, certain signals in your brain activate, which allow you to perceive what you see in your current reality. I'm spitting, that's a bar. The different brain waves. So let's talk about the different brain waves. You have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's funny. You got 5 senses and you have 5 brain waves. That's funny. 5, 5, 5. The first brain wave is called gamma. So you have gamma waves. That runs from 30 to 100 hertz. And this is peak focus. This is the point in which I would say I am in right now. I'm focused and I am in deep. What did it say? Let me go back. Because it's so small, so I'm trying to read off of that. I want to give you the right. What does that mean? I could have sworn I looked it up on here. That's weird. Oh, that's why. Okay, okay. Yeah, there we go. All right. Deep insight. Oh, I thought that says insight. It's so small you can't even really see it. Deep insight, compassion, heightened perception, often seen in advanced meditators. I'm an advanced meditator. Right now, in order for me to even do all this, I have to get my mind in a certain frequency that allows information to flow effortless through me without having to think so much. I'm just doing this shit and I'm allowing it to flow. Far as what I say word for word is not planned. This is all spirit flowing through me. And at the end of this, I'm going to give you a technique that you can use to access, to really understand how you actually learn shit and how information is being exerted. Like how I'm spitting this shit. I'm gonna show you how to do that. There's a meditation and why you do that, and it's not something that you believe. It's something that you just know, and you have an imagination that you have to tap into. So you have deep insight. That's gamma. Then you have I'm gonna just read it for right. You have beta. You have beta waves. This is right up under gamma. 13 to 30 hertz. This is you're thinking and you are alert. Active thinking, focus, problem solving, not ideal for deep meditation. So this is the state of the ego, beta. So this is what you operate in basically right now. You know what I'm saying? Especially when, like, let's just say a problem comes up, your beta mind activates so that you can kind of like solve it. So you step into a brain wave, which allows for certain thinking and curricular problem solving skills to kick in. You feel me? Boom. Alpha. Alpha waves is 8 to 13 hertz, and this is relaxed and calm. This is where light meditation, this is like a light meditation, but you're aware. Ideal for stress relief. So this alpha wave, I would say this is what you experience when you're in meditation for the first 15 minutes. The first 5-10 minutes is going to be gamma and beta, meaning you're going to be trying to think about a lot of shit, problem solve about a lot of shit in your head because you can finally sit down for once. But in order for you to reach the solution for your mind, you have to go deeper into the brain waves so that your body can relax. Brain waves, higher brain waves equals relaxation, which allows less tension, which allows release, which allows flow, which allows answers to come and go. Alpha waves, relaxed, calm, light meditation. This is about 15 minutes when you're in the meditation. 15-20 minutes in the meditation, you're at this point where you're there. That's that. You're calm. You're not worried. You're not thinking about problems. You're not thinking about problems. You're not thinking about how hot it is. You're not thinking about how uncomfortable this meditation is. You're not thinking about that you're in the dark right now and I'm sitting in the closet meditating. You're not thinking about it. That's your ego. So your 3 levels, or your lower 3 is your ego. So you have to push past that when you're meditating. You have to push past gamma, beta, until you get to alpha. Alpha is the point in which you are primed for relaxation. You are primed for the subconscious mind to open up so that you can put directions and orders to your mind, to yourself. You want to be rich, you have to order your subconscious mind through the brain waves, and you have to repetitiously tell yourself, visualize yourself being wealthy, having the solutions to your problems, having the money that you need, having the girl that you want, not going through situations with certain people. This all happens within your mind. How can you say, well, How is it my fault that someone's getting on my nerves? Trust and believe. If someone is getting on your nerves, you're being controlled. Fucking being controlled. If someone can make you mad, make you sad, make you angry, make you yell, they control you. You are their bitch. And until you can master yourselves and every time those situations come to you, you can push past that pressure, you're still going to be a little bitch to someone else's words, actions, and thoughts about you. Then you move to theta. Now, theta. This is from 4 to 8 hertz. This is deep meditation. This is when you're about 30 minutes, 45 minutes into your meditation. Deep state. Really deep state. This is the point in which you have pushed past your ego. You have calmed your mind down. You have vibrated your mind to a frequency of theta that allows you to be in a deep meditative state, which allows your subconscious mind to open up and to be programmed by what you want it to be programmed by. When you first start meditating, you don't know how to control your thoughts. It's not about you controlling your thoughts. It's about getting through clutter. It's about getting through clutter and earthly problems and matters. Until you break through until you break through the more denser frequencies like gamma, beta, and alpha, those are dense frequencies. Once you get into alpha, theta, and delta, those are lighter frequencies, which allows for a more fluidative, free-forming energy to be able to move in you and out of you and around you to protect you and to heal you. When you go into meditation, you're going into darkness, which meaning you're signaling to your brain, it's time for my pineal gland to turn on, and it's time for melatonin to start activating in my mind so that I can calm, be in a deep state, and be at the point in which you're almost about to fall asleep. That point in which you're almost about to fall asleep is where you say your you do your I'm rich, I have $1 million, I have $1 million, I have $1 million, because after you have to understand that you're not saying I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire, I'm a millionaire. Feel what saying I'm a millionaire feels like. Feel what saying I am a millionaire feels like. Voices have a vibration. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. So every note or every syllable has its own frequency. In the word I S A M A I E L L. These Ishmael is a frequency, motherfucker. You are a frequency, and you may not understand your frequency. You have to understand what the fuck frequency is. You have to understand what frequency is. You listen to music all day but don't understand frequency. How are you black and have the most rhythm in the motherfucking world and don't know what the fuck frequency means? How you don't know what brain waves mean when damn, ain't you want to be a rapper, right? You want to be a producer, right? Well, nigga, you got to understand your chakras, because your chakras are all tied to different frequencies or hertz in your body. Hertz is a measurement of frequency. Hertz, depending on its value, is a level of frequency, and it is tied to something in your body. It could be a gland, it could be your heart, it could be your mind, it could be your blood. And the way that you take in frequency or in any ways. You can eat frequency. You can smell frequency. You can see frequency. You can hear frequency. You can feel frequency. Your imagination is your enemy. Why is your imagination your enemy? You've surrounded your whole life with negative movies, music, frequencies. So now what you know day to day, what you talk about day to day, is only the sum of the frequencies that you've been dealing with for the past 5 to 10 fucking years, nigga. That's why the teachers always say, what do you want to do in the next 5 years? Because your projection of where you are now and how you think will be a direct result of where you will be in 5 years. Where you are right now, what you are doing right now, what you are listening to right now will be the result of who you are in 5 years. And you want to know who you are and who you will be in 5 years? If you just listen to this, you will be a master of yourself. You'll be a master of your emotions. And you will understand how to be aware of what you are in this planet. And that you are here with a purpose because you are alive. And the fact that you are alive is more meaningful than any fucking thing in this planet physical. Because everything in this planet is a fucking afterthought. The physical is after the thought. The thought is first, and what comes after is the reality or the physical. Is anybody confused about the things that I'm telling you? You feel me? What is there anything that y'all are confused about? If so, let me know. Try to see if we have any questions or anything. What you reading from? Oh, I'm reading from. Here we go. Go ahead, take a look at it. Let me try to get this. This is a book. It's called The 3 Magic Words by U.S. Anderson. And this other book that I was reading from is called The Kabbalion. The Hermetic Philosophy, William Walker and Atkinson and the 3 Initiates. The Kabbalion. That's what I'm reading. That's what I read that from. All right. Your imagination is your enemy only because of the repetition of negative thoughts, the visuals that you've seen, which are called symbols, and the trauma in which you have felt from which you've seen and you repeatedly seen over and over again. Once you repeatedly see something over and over again, you will have a feeling for it, or you will have a feeling that you can attach yourself to it. This is called trauma. Trauma is nothing more than emotional experience. Overexerted emotional experience. In this case, trauma is like red. And in this life, like, you don't really want so much trauma. Like, you're really trying to get away from trauma as fast as you can. That's what I did. My dad was very abusive. Your biochemical body, the cells that you have in your body, if it sees that the environment is not conducive or not healthy, it will destroy itself in any possible way. So this can turn up as defiance. This can turn up as you just, I don't know, just for some reason you can constantly get in trouble, constantly getting beat. Just there's no peace, and this can cause people to kill themselves. The frequency that revolves around a traumatic life can cause the ego to not want to be here. And when the ego doesn't want to be here, you're fucked. When the ego does not want to be here, that's what allows for people to go and jump over the edge of not wanting to come back from the things that they've dealt with. And I would only say it's just because maybe, not maybe, it's because of the laws that they don't understand that come within this universe. This incense is burning, and it's burning in a straight line. And I guess that's reflective of how focused I am, and the frequency that I hold when I speak is literally it's changing as I speak. But when I stay away from it, my frequency is whole and grounded. When I got beat by my grandma, oh, no, I'm sorry, grandma. When I got beat by my dad, when I seen my dad beat my grandma while she was in the tub, when I got beat, when my dad strangled me, all of these things were traumatic events that made life not worth living, not feeling like I was worthy, not feeling like I was cared about. So what that did was allow me to outsource and see how could I find purpose within myself, because where I was at within my environment wasn't purposeful. The only thing that kept me in my same mind was cartoons and my imagination. Your imagination is what allows you to turn a stick into a sword, a rock into a bomb, a car into a spaceship. I'm spitting right now. Y'all need to be paying attention to everything that I'm saying, because everything is the succumb of the research that I've been given and been reading and been watching from everyone on this planet that speaks about spirituality. And I do not believe that if anyone sees this video, they will have anything negative to say, because my intention is not negative. Regardless if you don't understand the symbols that are around me, anything, whatever it may be, whatever message that you hear, it is not to destroy you. There are three rules on this planet, and it is you can do whatever you want as long as it doesn't hurt no one, it doesn't stop no one, and it doesn't kill anyone. And what I'm doing follows those three rules, and that's all I need to do. I had a conversation with I know for sure was a spirit, because it was like random as fuck. There is a invisible. People are gonna go crazy when they hear this. Like, this nigga's talking nonsense. There is an invisible affiliate program for heaven. There is a affiliate program for heaven, and it's invisible. I think this is. I'm the first motherfucker spitting this shit, because I told her, I said, I accept, fuck it. There is an invisible affiliate program on this planet that is directly connected to heaven, to the divine source. And it pays you in real dollars. And how it does that is by sharing the true message. And the true message is that God is inside of you. And that the only way you're going to be able to access God is just like getting into a club. If you made a club, right? Let's just say you made a club, or you made heaven. Obviously, not everyone gets into heaven, so it's a club. What would you do to make the club hard to get in? To make sure that you only have the pure heart in the club? You will put a challenge. How is it challenging just to pray and say, God, give me this. I love you. I promise I'll do good. I'm so appreciative of everything you do. Nah, nah. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. I promise you, that's not how that works. You can go ask people that pray and ain't got nothing. They like, what? I don't know why it's not working. Because they don't understand their mind. And they don't understand that there's an invisible, hidden force that controls all this shit. As far as money, everything. And it's just about your awareness and understanding of the things that you may think don't matter. And you want to know something? I don't care if you don't believe what I'm saying, but I'm telling you, there's an invisible affiliate program directly connected to heaven, and it comes to you and lets you know Depending on where you are with your information, you do not have to be perfect. What you do need to do is understand the true message that you need to give to people, and that message is Jesus did not come down here to save you, and that He said, greater work shall ye do. If thy eye be single, thy whole body shall be filled with life, and ye are God's children of the Most High, and ye shall die. It don't get no simpler than that. You have to meditate to talk to God. And if you're not meditating for at least 30 minutes, you're not even connecting because of the brain waves. The brain waves is what connect you to God. God is a mindset. God is a frequency. The Godhead is a frequency. And that regardless of where you are on the planet, there's always something in the middle of the forehead which signifies what? The pineal gland. Think about Naruto. What do you think their powers come from? Come from their third eye. Those mudras. Those mudras that they do. Those are certain chakra points that they're hidden inside of their hand, which directly correlates to the life force energy that is connected in your solar plexus. Damn, I'm spitting. I feel it. Because I called on them spirits too, they helping me flow. Alright. You got a double self. Your double self is that shit Naruto got in his whatchamacallit. That red chakra. Now, most people, the chosen one, everyone has a chakra system. But the chosen ones have a chakra system that is overflowing in energy that you don't know how to control sometimes, and it's sporadically exerted, and you end up doing things that you can't explain, but you know, like, this came from something deeper than which I know. That is your ka. Your ka is, so you have to understand, like, your real self. Soul is first, then it's the spirit, then it's the body. Soul, spirit, body. I know that for a fact when I go to sleep. And when I have a dream. When I have this dream, I can experience the same thing I experienced here in my dream. That's how I know the body is not real. So we can X that out. What's real? Spirit and soul can travel anywhere it wants to go. And that's just based off of the collective information that is on this planet. If I'm wrong, then everyone else is wrong. I'm going to go back to these two. Your imagination. You've been constantly having scenarios in your mind that happen bad. You may see yourself die. You may see yourself have a car accident. You may see your girl cheat on you. You may see yourself not having money. You may see yourself being broke. You may see yourself depressed. You may see yourself killing yourself. You may see yourself. You may see others dying. You may see the world burning up. You may see everything negative. That is your perception. And that's the part. Your perception is the way that you view things in your mind. Your perception is the way that you view things in your mind. Your perception is the way that you view things in your mind. Your perception is the way that you view things in your mind. Your perception is the way that you view things in your mind. Your mind is all. Your mind is all. Your mind is all. Your mind creates your reality. Your thoughts create your reality, which come from your mind. Your thoughts come from your mind, which creates your emotional responses to the external things that are here on this earth, which create your reality. Your external responses is what's responsible for the way that you interact and see and perceive the world. Your responses. We have to change our responses, which we need to change the way that our mind thinks and sees and perceives the world and the information that has been given to us. You have to envision yourself in power. You have to envision yourself being that nigga. If you one of them motherfuckers that say, I got low self-esteem, I am not confident, right now, I want you to understand that you are lying to yourself, and that is your ego that wants you to stay the same because it is comfortable with you staying the same. It is comfortable with you staying here. You may say you want to go here. In order for you to go here, you're going to have to stop 1, 2, 3, or 4. But your ego doesn't want to stop, which stops you from moving to B versus you being at A. And how long have you been at A? Let's just say 4 years. Let's just say 5 years. Let's just say 10 years. Let's say 20 years. Let's say 40 years. 40 years you've been at A. And you've been trying to get to B, but B causes you to put down, to stop, to change 1, 2, and 3. But you don't want to do that because why? Your ego. Your ego don't want to let go. That's why they always tell you in anger management or therapy, let it go. Let go that the fact that you watched your mom get beat by, you watched your grandma get beat by your dad. Let it go. It's not real. It's not real. Your parents is not real. What's real, nigga, is the fact that your brain has electrical currents in your brain, which is connected to your eyes, which gives you your physical reality. And that everything here that you see from this phone, this camera, this board is a thought. So, nigga, you thought them parents up. You thought that situation up. That's why you're supposed to go through it. And you may not know right now in the moment what the fuck I'm supposed to do, but I'm telling you right now, sit the fuck down in a dark room, turn the fucking lights off, turn all the lights off, darkness. How are you scared of this when this is what you come from and that you have to go to every night? And that when you wake up, it's just like this. Okay, it's time to get up. But within this, you had a dream. You had things you experienced while you was in a dream. Don't you think, I'm telling you that you're going to experience that same thing when you meditate. You're going to experience visions. You're going to experience information being told to you as if someone else is talking to you inside your own head. And you have to be able to you have to have a strong discernment and understand that if you follow this, is this going to allow me to have a better life or a more fucked up life? And you can only do that through trial and error. So you have to make your imaginations as positive as possible. And you need to constructively do that like you're doing push-ups. You know how you doing, right? If I do push-ups, right? Let's say I do push-ups, right? Let's say I do push-ups. You see how I did that? Snappy. Snappy. While somebody else, I tell them to do that, it probably would take all of the strength that they have. I have reserve strength because of discipline and repetition and the things that help me. You have a repetition in the things that destroy you. And that's why you don't see any results. You feed into the thoughts that destroy you. You feed into thoughts that only create the reality of lack. I don't have this. I'm not the best this. I'm not, I don't have, I'm not better. I don't have courage. I can't do it. My mom wasn't there. I didn't do it. I can't do it. I didn't get coddled. I didn't get breastfed. That's an excuse. You can do all that shit. You can do everything that you want without that. You are attached to comfortability that another person has gotten that you didn't get. You wasn't supposed to get comfortability. You were supposed to get what you got. The dice and the cards that was played to you is what you got. And regardless if you don't like them cards, figure out how to make yourself like the cards that you was dealt. Because there is no other way that you're going to get another fucking playing card unless you fucking die. So unless you want to kill yourself, get the fuck up and start doing something with yourself. Because I love you, and I know that no one's going to save you. That person that you think is going to save you is not going to save you. I promise you that. I promise you that. I promise you that. My dad died by himself thinking Allah was going to save him. When Allah is arm, leg, arm, head, you are Allah, and you going to help you. I promise you that. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you, you gonna help you. You gonna do what you need to do because only you know what you need to do. Stop playing with yourself. Stop playing with yourself. Stop playing with yourself. You're not weak. You're a strong individual. You're a very strong individual. You went through traumatic situations and you're still here. And regardless if you don't have the strength, you're here. You do have strength. You are not identifying with the strength you have. And you have to turn that I don't care if you feel like it's negative, turn that negative into positive. Turn that trauma that you went through into fuel to say, you know what? I'm not going to yell at my kids. I'm not going to yell at my girl. I'm not going to beat my kids. I'm going to honor my kids. Fuck kids trying to honor me. Because in the Bible, it says, not only do you all honor your mother and your father, nigga, you don't provoke or aggravate your kids, motherfucker. So, imagination is the things that you see in your mind and what you like or don't like. In order for you to change your imagination, you have to meditate. Meditation over a period of time through the effort and will of constructing your mind to think what you want it to think, not the negative thoughts that you're fucking thinking that you feel like you're not controlling. You're controlling them shits. You just want to continue to think negative. You have a double self. We got two things to talk about and I'm done. You have a double self. You have you, which is in the body, and you have a spirit double. You have a spirit double. Your spirit double is which protects you. This is your spiritual protector. It makes sure that regardless of not if you see it or not, you're protected. You ever was supposed to go somewhere and for some reason you left late and then you got on the freeway, there was a fucking accident, and come to realize that if you was anywhere close or near this accident, you would have been just as fucked up or probably would have been involved in it. Yeah, that's your spirit protecting you because it has an eagle eye vision of you and where you are and where everything else is on the world because your mind is connected to the universal unconscious collective of God because you God. You be knowing what the fuck going on. You just don't listen to yourself. How many of us don't listen to our ideas? Raise a hand. All of the time. Okay. I know sometimes I don't. And I also be understanding and be seeing the result in which I wish I did. And if I did, that would have came out better through my failure. I'm telling you through my failure because you can't tell me that I'm lying. I'm telling you through experience. And you probably can say the same thing in which that, damn, if I knew certain information about this scenario, I wouldn't have let that happen again. We let scenarios happen more than once, more than twice, more than 3 or 4, 5, 6, 7 times because we're not paying attention to the pattern. We're not paying attention to the frequency in which our mind is in. We're not paying attention to our imagination and how we're imagining the shit's going to come out. And we're not paying attention or giving thanks to our double self, which is allowing shit to happen or not happen and to protect us. You have not your navel, but right above your navel is your eyes navel. This cord that connects from you and about 3 feet to another version of you, which mine is standing. Well, he's laying down actually, 3 feet. So I would say since when I was meditating, I see myself up here. Now my spirit self is laying down now because I'm here. I'm in the body. I'm operating the body. My spirit is protecting me and giving me information through a valve in this little tube that is connected, the silver bright black, or the silver bright tube that's connected to my navel and my double's navel, which is sitting right there. It's like a flow. Information flows to me and information flows through him. The information that I get in the physical flows to him in the spiritual, and the information that he gets in the spiritual flows through me in the physical, in which I reflect it. In order for you to understand that, one, listen to this video over again. Two, subscribe to this channel so if you see another video or you see a notification that I'm dropping, you always connect it with the best information possible. Three, turn your alerts on so every time that I post or get on, you will know that I'm here. And the fact that I'm telling you, and the fact that no one else is going to tell you this, and that's why I say you got to come here. You got to come here because there's no one that's going to tell you this. This is something that comes straight from the spirit. You have a double self. Well, you can search yourself. They talk about this in different places. You have your physical body, and then you have your etheric body. Look up etheric body. There you go. That's what you're getting. You want anything else? You gotta pay for my class. The etheric body, nigga. Your double self. Your spirit body, etheric body, your double self. Got it? Your double self is connected to you through a silver cord. It's about 3 feet long, and it's connected to your solar plexus because that's where all your solar energy, your energy is there. So that's how the etheric body is charged through your solar plexus, which is right above your navel. It's a little soft spot right above your navel. It's a soft spot. It's right there. Boom. Cord 3 feet. Mine's laying down. Mine laying down right now, chilling. It's meditating. I am up, talking, and it is giving me energy. This double self protects you. If anything, anybody tries to disrespect you, regardless, they may be he and ha in the physical. In the spiritual, they're getting taken care of by your spirit. Your spirit will fuck them up, and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to go shoot anyone. You don't have to do anything. And you be wondering why motherfuckers' cars not working, shit be happening, accidents, all this stuff. This is because their spirit is being attacked because they have done something that they wasn't supposed to do, or you offended a spirit. You offended a spirit. And if you offend me, best believe my spirit is going to get on that ass. It's going to protect me because if you hurting my feelings and you genuinely trying to hurt and you know that you on some fuck nigga shit, my spirit going to know because it don't lie. And it senses, it smells hearts. Your spirit body can smell the person's heart and see if they true, if they lying, if they stole, all that shit. Your spirit will let you know. The meditation that I'm going to give you, that's going to give you protection, that's going to give you the transfer of knowledge from the spirit to the physical, and the physical from the spirit, and for you to be able to talk to your higher self, and it will give you information that you have not heard or even paid attention to. But you have to be open-minded. You have to be open-minded to the spirit. So if it tells you, go outside and go walk. Go outside and go walk. It's your spirit trying to tell you to do something that's going to get you to relax. So it can implement a visualization in you, an idea, an inspiration. You may be meditating and then you may get this wild thing to say, man, let me go to my mama's house. Or you may be like, I'm hungry. Let me go get a pizza. Go get a fucking pizza. You go get a pizza. You meet someone at the pizza shop. Now this person has a connection to whatever problem that you have. This person has a solution to the problem that you have. You need more clients. You think you're meditating on getting more clients, but your mind tells you to just go to a coffee shop. Go to a coffee shop and you see that they have free advertisement to where you can put stuff on there. Boom, you do it and now you get more customers. And the fact that you deny that stuff like that can happen is what's fucking you up. You think that you need to do some shit that makes sense. I'm telling you, you need to do the shit that don't make no sense logically. Like, go get a pizza, nigga. Like, nigga, go outside and hug a tree. Nigga, drink some fucking water. You're doing this to break the reality. Because yesterday, the day before yesterday, the week before last week, you didn't go do that. So all of a sudden, you're doing something different that challenges the Matrix. Matrix, like, wait a minute, what the fuck? He broke his routine. This nigga went to go do something. Now his spirit is able to talk to him. And now you got some answers. That's how it works. The meditation is that you lay on your back or you lay somewhere in the meditation room and you visualize a silver cord with, in that cord, two valves along flow for opposite ends. Think of a circle, think of, in that circle, a split, and think of the flow of going that way and then a flow of going this way like a train track. Think of it like a train track, and in that train, and in this train that goes this way and this way is information from you to the spirit, spirit to you. You do that and you just allow that to happen, and that spirit body should look like how you want it. If you fat and you want to be the most muscular motherfucker in the world, that's the way to visualize yourself as the best possible outcome you can possibly be in your mind. Because your mind, anything is real. Your subconscious mind does not know the difference from what you tell it from reality, from what's not real to what's fake. If you tell your mind that I can float, there will come a time where you will float. If you tell yourself and you logically try to argue with the fact that you can float, you won't float. Thought, faith, and conviction equals physical results. So anything is possible. Yes, you can fly. Yes, you can shoot fireballs out of your hand. Yes, you can make yourself invisible. Yes, you can. That is not just Marvel. It's real. Have I done it? No. But I'm telling you, based off the laws, that anything is possible through the manipulation of the mind. That's why you have hypnotism, where you'll get hypnotized and they tell you you can't hear, and you actually can't fucking hear, nigga. You can't hear. And you like, what the fuck? I actually can't hear. Wait, give me my shit back. Then he tells you in 3 claps, you will hear, and then you start to hear, because he's talking not to your ego but to your subconscious mind that believes anything that it is given an order to. You have to go get this book called The Hidden Power of the Subconscious Mind by James Van Fleet, where he talks about how the subconscious mind is the gateway to you being able to accomplish anything in this planet. And I would say that's true, because I did not want to play the drums, but through me repetitiously and my dad traumatizing me to play the drums, I ended up being a good band player. I know a paradiddle. That's a paradiddle diddle. Paradiddle diddle. That is not because I'm good. That is because I remembered that shit. I remembered it. I just learned that through patterns. And that's why even when I trade, I don't fucking trade like everyone else. I can look at the pattern and I understand the moon and I understand the frequencies in which are we in an uptrend or a downtrend. And I don't fight against the rules. I go with the rules and I go with the flow. So I've been spitting, and hopefully through this this can kind of show you that, yo, you know what I'm saying, this is much more deeper than you can really imagine, and that you must, 1, rewatch this video again. 2, do the things that I told you to do, not because I'm telling you to do it, because I know they're going to help you. And once you do it the first time, you're going to be like, I see what the fuck he was talking about. Okay? I literally did a whole lecture and did all my incense too. I did my best, and I hope that you was able to get the information, and I hope this helped you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about the things that I say, comment and join me on my next live. I see you soon.